Like his son told me, please just humor my dad. Just tell him your stories. He's never gonna go. I know you want to take him on safari. He's trust me. My dad is never gonna go. Like I've known him my whole life. My dad's not going to Africa. He goes back and it's like to his whole family. Right? He's 75. They're like, fucking, we have a fucking adventurer in the family. You know, like they're like, what? We're posting from Kenya about the shit that he's doing, and they're like, Uncle Archie, what? He's blowing their minds. I was so excited about Africa. This is after my second trip to Africa, and he, his son was a roommate of a friend of mine, and the son had told him about all my stories, and Archie was like 75. He'd never been to Africa. He always
He's
wanted to go to
Afro-American.
Africa. He's African American. He'd always wanted to go to the motherland, right? No one he knew had been to Africa. None of his relatives had been to Africa. And he'd never done anything so adventurous. He doesn't know himself this way. And he's got all kinds of like hesitation about going, reasons why it's maybe he shouldn't. And I really had to keep, sharing these stories, encouraging, making it so he could come. I was organizing a safari, and he came. And when he was there, like I also made it so like let me give him the most fucking epic experience possible, right? He's there 3 weeks. He goes home, and like his son told me, please just humor my dad. Just tell him your stories. He's never gonna go. I know you want to take him on safari. Trust me. My dad is never gonna go. Like I've known him my whole life. My dad's not going to Africa. He goes back and it's like to his whole family. Right? He's 75. They're like, fucking, we have a fucking adventurer in the family. Like they're like, what? We're posting from Kenya about the shit that he's doing, and they're like, Uncle Archie, what? He's blowing their minds. So he goes back. He's got the status. He's got the stories. He's got the confidence. He's a fucking adventurer now. So, and he's also left a girl behind. Well,
In Africa, you mean?
yes. Well, if you're an adventurer and a world traveler, what do? You go back to Africa and go get her. You know what I mean? So he goes back the next year on his own. He didn't even tell me he was going. He just fucking shows up there to go and be in Africa and go after this woman. And years later, it's been what, 6 years, not even 6 years since he came with me on that first trip. He now lives there. He's married. He's gone back several times. He lives there. They're buying a small piece of land with some goats and chickens, making a garden.
He lives in Kenya.
He's like 82 years old. She's 40 years younger than him. She's like 40. And he's going to die there. And it's like, the guy was going this way with his life. I mean, the jobs that he had, the life path that was...
Yeah, tell me again what his job was.
Nothing would have predicted this.
No.
Nothing.
What was he doing? Because you told me, but I think it's valuable.
Well, he had retired. He had worked in this education system. I don't think he was a teacher. I think he was faculty, like at schools and stuff. I don't know, something like this. And then he became a driver instructor at Sears. So this is just a really, this is a very normal path in life. Nothing could have predicted this fucking right turn. This is like, you're going down the highway. There's no road here. And then you just go, run off the road,
Nothing ever predicts that.
So we're talking about the power of transforming yourself on an identity level, about how you know yourself and how everyone else knows you. If you make a leap like this, and not like I did this myself, and it becomes addictive. It's so powerful, and whereas, like,
what was your leap?
I'll tell you in a second. There's been a lot of, but when guys are trying to grow what they're doing is staying inside of their comfort zone and just pushing the edge a little bit. Let me do this one little thing that scares me a little bit. Let me do another thing that's a little bit scary, but not too scary. And let me do another little thing. And man, that path is hard and long and doesn't result in transformation. It's just like linear, step-by-step growth. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But imagine you could transform by leaps and bounds. You know? I was a good Mormon boy until the day I started, until the day I ran away until the day I flipped my mom off and then started running away from home and then stole a car and then drove out west, No, I mean the car I stole was stolen from us, but I stole it back from the thieves,
A real Robin Hood.
But the moment like I do something like that, I remember when I was driving across the country and I was, at this point, I just turned 18. I'm driving across the country. I should be in class somewhere. I should be in school, It's mandatory public education in the States, And I'm fucking got the T-top down. I got the music turned up. And I realized I don't have to get there. I don't have to get anywhere. I'm free. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So that's like those leaps, going that day to fucking steal the car back, and the cops chase me and everything else. Like in that moment, it gives me the reflection that to me, I'm a man. I'm going to do what is necessary to make things right for my people. You fuck my people over, I make it right. Even if it's against the law, yeah.
But the thing is that you make the leap and then you see the reflection and then you cannot go back.
Yes, you can't go back.
Can't go
You're
back.
the guy, you'll always be the guy that did that.